The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a jackalope folk warlock.
I'm Connor Shenold, I play Jaska, a coyote ranger.
I'm Johnny, and I play Twitch, a rat folk wizard.
I'm Kimberly Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi rogue.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Billy, a possum fighter.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Ziansi, a spiderkin cleric.
And I'm Aaron Cross as your Dungeon Master. Join us now for Tales from the Wilds. A day has passed since the events that transpired involving Twitch's death and everything that came with that. Our furries have gone back to Lazuli's mansion to relax and rest and grieve. What are you all doing?
Has Narki Lazuli returned yet?
He is not.
Okay.
Barnaby lets you all in, and I'm assuming you probably tell him what happened, and he begins making some food and tells you not to worry about anything for a little while. You can hear the pattering of rain hitting the roof, and it's quiet. Not an eerie quiet, but mostly a contemplative quiet inside the mansion.
So, we still have things to do. And for the life of me, I can't remember any of them.
There's some children stuck in a mine.
There are some children stuck in a mine.
And we're supposed to go to Mr. Oberon's party.
Yeah, that.
Oh, the party.
Duke Bleakburn will be there.
And maybe even Narki Lazuli.
At this point, you guys hear a knocking on the door.
Okay. Go and answer the door.
So, opening it, you see Tolan, the same bunny boy that had helped you previous. He says, "Hello, I have a message of great importance. It's from Mr. And he'll look over and say, Cios, and he'll hand the letter and say, I'll just leave you all.
Thanks. I flip him a silver.
And you see him take it.
You didn't read this note, did you, Tobin? Why are you sad, Tobin?
Let's just say a man told me of the situation, so
Oh,
I'm terribly sorry.
we appreciate your condolences. Just hug your mom later, okay?
I will. And he hops away. Not a happy hop.
And Billy pushes his glasses up his nose and reads the note before he goes to take it to Mr. Blackjack.
The note says, first off, sorry, my friends. I wish luck would have been more on your side. And I know this is ill-timed, but I do have a favor to ask of you. A Harangon by the name of Lucky is going to run his carnival soon, and he needs your help. Go find him and help out where you can. I hope to see you all soon. Signed, Cios, God of Luck and Fortune.
Oh, he's just like telling people. Okay. Hey, everybody. We don't, unfortunately, get any bereavement leave. We have to go back to work.
Exactly. Let's go back to work. That's exactly what we need to do.
So,
That's right.
I guess it's all kind of mediocre news, to be honest. So Lucky, I don't know if you guys remember this. We once helped him out of his own personal pickle, but he has a separate pickle and needs our help. We've got to go help set up the carnival. I guess they ran out of duct tape for those jankety rides. So I don't know if we want to go right now or take a minute to gather everything up.
We're not doing anything. Let's just go.
Blackjack is
Throwing himself into his work.
Fancy.
We tell Barnaby what we're doing, where we're going, in case somebody needs to know where we are.
Yeah.
How is Pumpkin?
Pumpkin definitely has a lot more color back to him, but is still looking not back enough to basically be awake. He's mostly in and
he's
out.
still unconscious?
He's still kind of in and out of consciousness.
Okay, we
recently.
leave him in the cat tree, I think. And Billy puts 2 fingers to his eyes and 2 fingers to Barnaby's eyes, and it says, if that cat isn't here, safe and sound and happy when we get back, you're getting fired. I'll make that happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm just gonna murder you.
Yes, sir, Billy.
Thank you.
And then I'll drink all your blood.
You notice with all of this, Jaska doesn't pipe in to stop you all.
Barnaby looks at you, Ziansi, and just nods his head and says, if that's what you want, Mr. Ziansi.
Also, if a man comes by and he says that his name is Charlie, don't let him in. He's a suspicious character.
Charlie, got it.
He also may be going by the Raven or also Mr. Lloyd. He looks like this. And he holds out a picture. We've established Billy is an excellent artist because he couldn't write for a long time, so he drew great pictures. He drew a wanted poster, essentially, of Charlie. And then he gives Barnaby a little salute and heads out the door.
So, heading to the carnival. Despite the rain, it already looks like it's in full swing already. Various rides may come to some of your attentions. One of those is a slowly spinning giant wheel. What looks like some sort of battle between some form of moving objects bumping into one another, and a machine that carries people to the top and then quickly falls back to the ground. Approaching, you see Lucky the Heron dressed in a relatively nice gold suit, his wand of wonder firmly in hands. He says, hello friends, it is so good to see you, and before I forget, you see him put both hands together on his wand of wonder, and appearing are 6 chests, each with your name on it. He says, there's only 5 of you. Where's Twitch?
Unfortunately, Twitch is no longer with us. He's on his own adventure in the afterlife.
Oh, my condolences.
It's kind of a recent change, so.
These gifts are for helping me out last time. You may take Twitch's stuff as well, just in case.
Is it weird to open them like right in front of this guy?
I don't.
Do we just like open it?
I mean, they're gifts.
So Beatrix says thank you so much and opens her little trunk.
So Beatrix, opening yours, inside is a +2 rapier. You also find 2 greater potions of healing and 50 gold pieces as well.
I immediately go and open my chest.
Blackjack, you receive a +2 Rod of the Pack Keeper, 2 potions of greater healing, and 50 gold pieces.
I mean, if we're opening presents, I'm gonna open my present.
Billy, opening yours, you find a +2 baby sword, 2 greater potions of healing, and 50 gold pieces. Ziansi, Jaska.
Ziansi goes over to Lucky and says,
We appreciate it a lot. Do you know anything about a blue dragon named Ignalia?
I have no idea.
I would like to roll insight. I rolled a 7. Never mind. I just give you the stare for a minute, like, okay, fine. Just didn't know if you met him, like, you know, heard any news when you were out carnivalizing.
Yeah, I haven't heard any news about
Carnivalizing.
All right.
In fact, we'll get there, but go ahead and open your chest.
Oh, thank you. And I open it.
Inside is a +2 Amulet of the Devout, as well as 2 potions of greater healing and 50 gold pieces.
Wow.
Mr. Lucky, which of these chests was Twitch's?
It would be that one over there.
She will actually go and open his first.
Inside of Twitch's is a +2 Arcane Grimoire, 2 potions of greater healing, and 50 gold pieces.
And then after she opens that, she will go and open up her own.
Inside of yours is a bow sight that will increase your Bow of the Autumn Fairy to a +2.
Does it do anything with my Misty Steps?
I'll say it gives you 2 now. You also find 2 potions of greater healing and 50 gold pieces.
So, Lucky, what can we help you with?
I once again need your help. This is my biggest carnival to date. I have to make sure that nothing happens, especially like it did last time. You see, despite all your helping last time, the carnival ended up shutting down. At that point, there was no sign of my carnival ever making a return. However, there was a man, Sios, that was his name. He came by and gave me full investments to bring back the carnival, only as long as I changed the name to the Carnival of Luck and Fortune instead of just the Carnival of Luck. That's basically mostly all he asked for. He's mostly been keeping contact, and he keeps on telling me to delay the carnival a lot. We were originally gonna do it like last week, and now we're pushed back to today. But finally, we can get this started. I want this to be the best carnival I've ever ran. If this fails, I think my carnival days are over.
Oh, we could make it work.
The carnival is going to be 3 days long, and I need you all here for all 3 days. I will try not to keep you too long. I know you guys are probably still grieving at least as far as I can tell. So basically you all will just be doing tasks. I'm going to split you all up. Unfortunately, one of you will be alone, but we can probably maybe try to find another person to help you out.
And it might give us a chance to have kind of our ear to the ground, so to speak. Maybe someone else will know something.
Beatrix and Blackjack, you two will be helping a man named Amir Sleepwalker. He's putting on a play. The two actors that were playing the main characters dropped out yesterday. He and the rest of the cast have been working a while on it, and I talked to him about canceling, but in his own words, he said, the show must go on. I know you only have 3 days to get ready for the main roles. You two seem like the most kind of charismatic, the most working with nothing.
What are you trying to say?
You two are great at improvising.
Billy smiles.
And so I've given you this task.
It's unsettling.
If you'll meet with him today, he is at the amphitheater. Just meet with him there. That's what you guys will be doing for the next 3 days. Billy and Zianci, do you remember Rovier and Ziggy?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Ziggy was the raccoon, and Rovier was the spiderkin.
Yeah.
You'll be helping them work the games and the snack shack over the next 3 days. I think today you'll be assigned to the balloon toss game. Make sure to report to Ziggy before heading over there.
What's Jaska's job?
Jaska, particularly before he looks up at you and you see him look down at his paper and scratch something out. Jaska, you'll be working security. You're to meet with a man by the name of Charlie Lloyd.
Hey, Mr. Lucky.
Jaska will cut Billy off. Very well. It'll be nice to see him again.
Supposedly, Charlie has told me that Lord Oberon told him that there are people out to ruin the carnival, and he's been trying to search for them, and so he needs help with that.
All right, I'll be very helpful.
I believe you will be. It's kind of strange. He's almost a little bit of a loose cannon in a way, so just be kind of careful. I think he's been pushing himself far too much over these last 2 or 3 days. So honestly, if you could
He
get
has
him...
spent the last 2 days stalking an old lady.
It's been 2 days since then. He moves quickly, apparently. But he says, just do what you can. Any further questions for any of you?
Billy's gonna approach Mr. Lucky, wave him down to Billy's level.
Yes.
And then he's gonna grab him by the front of his shirt. And he's gonna say, if anything happens to Jaska, you won't have to worry about having a carnival to run next year because I'm gonna burn it to the ground.
Give me an intimidation check.
And he lets him go.
And I'll drink all your blood.
Make an intimidation check at advantage.
Are y'all once again doing this in front of Jaska?
Yes.
Okay. Again, she does not step forward to stop this.
My intimidation is high. I specifically made it so. 17.
As you pull him to the ground and go, okay, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. I am so sorry. Twitch was supposed to be with her, but,
Yes, he was supposed to be with all of us, okay? So.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're not doing very good background checks on your security guards if you're hiring Charlie Lloyd. He is incompetent and a coward.
As far as I'm concerned, Oberon told me he was completely competent.
Well, Oberon doesn't know her. And he kind of mumbles and walks away.
So, are you guys heading to your tasks?
I guess so. I wish we had, I would ask Mr. Twitch to send an eye with you, but...
Or create that telepathic bond?
Yeah, I know.
So last night I was looking through Twitch's spellbook, and there are some books I couldn't copy into my Book of Shadows. And so, in honor of Twitch, I have added Comprehend Languages, Deep Focus, Unseen Servant, Detect Magic, and Telepathic Bond into my Book of Shadows. So I don't think we want to cast it now.
Yeah. Everyone make me perception checks.
Ooh, dirty 20.
17.
17.
24.
6.
Billy, Blackjack, and Jaska, as you're walking to the place you're supposed to be at, there appears to be, hanging just about everywhere, on various posts and buildings, what looks like a picture frame. However, you realize the images of the picture frame move, as some appear to be displaying people walking around the carnival, while others appear to be displaying rides being ridden, as well as various carnival games being played and all that sort of stuff. It almost looks like it's supposed to advertise the carnival and what exactly is going on and stuff. But just a weird thing you notice, you're not too sure exactly what those are about, but it's just pretty cool seeing these moving images of things that, are happening.
Can I make a note to kind of memorize each of the settings that are in these?
The camera angles?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you all see these strange picture frames and arrive at your jobs, Beatrix and Blackjack, you head to the center of the carnival, in which you find a large, empty amphitheater.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, why not join us as a Patreon member? The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You will be joining other fans like Mary Catherine and Travis, Poseidon, Peter Salzin, and Nightmare. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to show support for us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. And when we started running Red Dirt D&D 4 years ago this July, we never could have imagined the many friends we would have made. Friends like the guys at Dungeon Masters Dojo, who started their own actual play games in 2022. When you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
We gave you tips and tricks to elevate your game and develop the art of dungeon mastery. Now we're taking you along on our adventures in our homebrew world, Hymurin. Come along and adventure with us every other Tuesday. You can find us where all great podcasts are heard, on social media, and on the web at thedungeonmastersdojo.com. We'll see you next time in Hymurin.
If you're looking for more content from Red Dirt RPG, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. We would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
Beatrix and Blackjack, you head to the center of the carnival. This large amphitheater, many seats. However, the stage is completely empty.
Oh, Beatrix immediately runs onto it and does a cat howl.
So you run onto the stage and you realize it's almost like there's an invisible curtain there.
Oh.
As you go through and you see people.
Okay, so Beatrix backpedals.
As Beatrix backpedals and reappears.
So out here, nothing there. In there, all the things. It's amazing. Come look.
All right. Whoa, look at all the people.
Appearing as you enter is a number of figures, each reading from some sort of book while conversing and sharing snacks and food. Some appear to be reciting lines from the book itself. And as you enter, approaching you is a man dressed in a green tacky suit with long blonde hair tied in a ponytail, his eyes shining a beautiful blue. He looks at you and says, "Oh, thank goodness, you must be the new actors Lucky told me about." He then hands you the same book everyone else has. Feel free to get to know your fellow cast members. Let me know if you have any questions.
What is the play we're doing?
It is called Midsummer's Night Dream. It features figures such as Lord Oberon, Lady Titania, and Puck as characters.
Well, that's fantastic. I've never heard anything like this before. I know Lord Oberon fairly well, and so I think he would probably enjoy a play about himself. Probably enjoy anything that was basically about him.
Well, he's in it, yes.
Is he actually playing himself?
He's not.
Oh, okay. That would be fascinating.
That would be very fascinating, but he's apparently very busy right now or something like that, from what I've heard. We've been practicing for a few weeks now, and everyone has mostly gotten a hold of it. I know I'm putting you out in the spotlight, giving you the main roles, but we didn't really have backups. That's a bit of my fault, but...
No, it's okay. Sometimes you get understudies, and sometimes you've just got to cast everybody.
For some reason, the two main actors vanished without a trace, didn't even tell me anything.
So what parts are we playing?
Beatrix will be playing Hermia, a woman in love with a man by the name of Lysander, who runs away with him after being put in arranged marriage with a man by the name of Demetrius. Blackjack, you will be playing Lysander, a romantic who is in love with Hermia. It is very important that you take this very seriously. Did you all see the moving image devices?
Yes, of course, yes.
Yes, those are interesting.
We're calling those the moving image devices. It's the first time they've ever been used here.
Mid.
Yep, exactly, the mids.
The moving image devices, the mids.
They're mid
I
at best.
love it.
It is important that you take this very seriously because everyone will be able to see the performance the night of the performance on those mids.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm certainly more than willing to do something like this for you and for Lucky and for the cast here. Hello, my fellow castmates. I'm Blackjack. This is my dear friend, Beatrix.
Hello.
So you see a lot of them wave and say hello. A fairy woman with beautiful auburn hair wearing a green dress approaches you. She pulls something out of a bag and hands them to you. No one likes acting on an empty stomach as she gives you a warm smile as she puts what look to be muffins in your hand.
Oh,
Well, thank you very much.
thank you.
I shall take a bite out of the muffin.
As you take a bite of it, all of a sudden you feel full immediately.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Are these good berry muffins?
They are, I made them myself.
We have a friend who makes good berries, or she doesn't make good berries, but her tumbleweeds make good berries.
Like the dead plant?
Yes.
Grow.
They are very special dead plants. They woke me up once.
Was the wind blowing and they
No, they
rolled
move on
onto you?
their own. And they actually go in and actually,
You know,
one of them,
why am I questioning? This is the Feywild, anything can happen.
and
Right.
one of them killed like 2 fights, killed them.
Oh, that sounds quite violent. My name is Alexi Cottonroot. Me and my husband, Peanut Cottonroot, will be playing Oberon and Titania. I'm really excited to be doing this. I've always wanted to be in a play. I hope you all can figure out your roles and everything. It's not a super, it's just making people laugh. It's a comedy.
Oh yes, of course. I love this idea, and I've never been in a play either, so we'll give this a try.
You see another fairy, masculine, appears to be, you can assume is Peanut. You also see a feminine Haragon, a masculine Tabaxi, a masculine gnome, and a masculine human.
Okay, so here's my predictions. Okay. Male Tabaxi is Demetrius. Female Harangon is Helena. The gnome has got to be bottom, because that would be hilarious. Oh, I bet you probably made the gnome Puck.
Who's the human?
The human has got to
Would be bottom.
Would be bottom. If
You
did
guessed
it that
all of
way.
them correctly.
So we've got our scripts. When are we going to do some run-throughs?
Rehearsal?
Or what,
Yeah, well, we're gonna do some soon. Mostly just read over your scripts and get to know your fellow actors. So, Billy and Zianci, you all arrive near the balloon popping tent. You see standing there the form of Ziggy with his gray fur and still wearing the black trench coat he wore previously. He gives Billy a nasty look
Yeah, if I remember right, we weren't friends.
and he says, "Oh, so you all are the two that Lucky sent me. Great. The game is pretty easy. Each balloon colors different points. Blue equals 5 points, green equals 3, and red equals 1. To get a small prize, the players need 6 points. To get a big one, they need 12. Everyone that plays gets candy as a consolation prize. It's 5 copper for 3 darts. Makes sense? Any questions?
I like it.
Great.
They have to shoot the darts at the balloons, right?
They have to throw them at the balloons, yes.
Okay.
How's it rigged?
Surprisingly, you're running one of the non-rigged ones.
Okay.
Inside.
Give me an insight check.
12.
He risks me telling the truth. If it is rigged, it was rigged before you really came, so, don't worry about it. He'll give you a wink.
Some of these balloons are unpoppable, I know it.
So Ziggy puts his hands in his pockets.
To refresh, they buy the darts, they throw the darts, whatever balloons pop, they get that many points, and then they get the prize.
Correct.
And if they don't pop enough to win a prize, they get candy.
Yes.
Is the candy poisoned?
I may seem like a shady, dodgy fellow, but I'm a professional. No, it's not poison.
Is the candy hexed in any way?
Do I look like I would hex candy that's
Yes.
more likely for children?
Yes.
100%.
He just sort of looks at you guys and says, "You got this," and he ducks into an alleyway.
Excellent. Billy leans over to Zianci and said, "He didn't say that the darts had to pop the balloons." And Billy takes out his sword. "I clarified the balloons pop. I'm gonna take him for all he's worth." Billy's goal is to give all children the big prize. Any child that comes up gets a big prize.
Surprisingly.
They hit the blue balloons every time. They're so good. He gets Mudman and he says, "Throw the dart." Mudman catches the dart, flies over to the balloon. "You won, buddy."
So doing these actions,
Zianci was going to be more subtle. He was just going to cast guidance on every kid.
Aw.
yeah. So
Billy doesn't like Ziggy, remember?
So you guys become one of the most popular places in the area. You get a lot of attention, but Ziggy is still nowhere to be seen.
Good. Billy also eats all the candy.
Billy, that's for the
They
kids.
get candy too, but they're also all getting big prizes.
Yeah. So your shift goes on. Various kids try to play the game, attempt to go for the bigger prize, and win because of your.
There's a lot of children walking around with giant dragon stuffies.
Yeah.
So tell me, young person, have you ever heard any rumors about a blue dragon?
So actually approaching, as you say that, is a pretty nicely dressed elvish kid as he sets down a gold piece.
Oh.
You still have to try. You can't just buy it.
Says, how many darts will this get me?
How many
Oh,
would
what's
you
the
like?
conversion? Okay, so 5 coppers is a silver and 5 silvers is a gold.
It's a lot.
So, and then you get 3 tosses per 5 coppers. So
You can
get,
throw them until sunset.
So let's see, that would be, I think like 30, if my math is
I
right.
think it's 300.
And he.
Oh, I forgot it a 0.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Copper, silver, gold.
I just recently learned how to read, young man. How old is this young elf? Are we talking like child, or like preteen, or like adolescent?
Child.
Okay, little child.
I guess he is like more. He still looks older than he really is, but you can tell like
Right.
you've worked with a bunch of youngsters. He is younger than some of them.
Like Kinsley?
Yeah, kind of close to Kinsley's age.
Okay, like 10 and peoples.
And he puts on the gold pieces. You guys hand him his darts.
What's your name, little fella?
Adam.
Adam what?
I'd rather not tell you my last name.
Oh, that seems suspicious though.
Stranger danger, Billy. Like, what do you think?
But I'm
Besides,
adorable.
He's about to tell us about the blue dragon he saw.
Oh, okay.
You guys can make me a history check.
16.
Billy, something seems so familiar about this kid, just the way he looks.
Hey, you look real familiar. I feel like we've met somewhere.
Maybe. I don't think we've met.
Maybe I've met somebody from your family or any of them well-traveled. Have you ever gone to Camp Glimmerwood?
Or has your dad ever tried to buy the camp? Ow! Billy, that was my knee. Like, friends from nowhere.
I haven't had a dad that's been interested in it, but an uncle I've had.
I'll see.
You were asking about a blue dragon of some sort, as basically he's throwing the darts at this point. He's just not even trying. He's just throwing them.
I'm only gonna give him one big prize. He can give me all the gold he wants, but he's only getting one big prize
and you
unless
guys-
he wins it himself.
You guys can tell he is not very skilled, but he's gonna get the big prize no matter what, just because of the amount of darts he has. I don't know anything about a blue dragon, but I've seen some weird figures moving around here.
Weird is like what? Like some people would call me weird, but I would like to say that I'm pretty normal.
Well, the first one, and it helps with your whatever you're asking about. I've seen 2 blue kobolds, one a younger and another older with, for some reason, keeps his hood up, walking around here.
How do you know how old a kobold is? They don't have skin, so they don't get wrinkles. Well, they don't have like fleshy skin.
Well, I mean,
I
like
think it's by the
this.
size of the scales, like the.
Oh, is that what it is? It's like rings on a
the,
tray?
The,
Right.
the younger one looked like he was a little bit smaller. He doesn't even look that crazy old in kobold years.
Oh, so just like a smaller one and a bigger one.
Yeah, I assume they're older and younger. I don't really know how kobolds work.
So were they doing the classic kobold sneaky thing?
The bigger one looked kind of shady, but the younger one just seemed happy to be here, so it was just weird. And the other figures, they had their faces completely covered, which was weird.
Like wrapped in a scarf?
Something like that. The only thing that really stood out to me was they had horns, or maybe antlers of some sort, sticking out of their head.
Did you see any ears?
I didn't see any ears, no. I saw them leaving this warehouse a little outside of the carnival. There were like 2 of them.
Were they like tall and slender? Were they short and beefy?
They were both pretty slender, maybe about medium-sized, pretty normal looking as far as height goes.
Okay.
Were they those branched out Paragon type horns?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. But he just said he didn't see any ears.
Does
Well-
Lord Oberon have ears? Big ears?
He has the antlers, but no big ears.
Because he is a fairy and not
Yeah,
a
Exactly.
jackalope.
After he says that, he goes, "Oh, there we go, I win.
I mean, you were going to win either way, kid. You knew this was coming.
I want the big whale."
That's actually an orca.
You get what you get, and you're getting the gnome.
I don't want the gnome, though.
You know, Billy, here's the great deal. The narwhal is a special prize that we can only give if you can give us one more feature about these figures. Like you mentioned the warehouse. Were they leaving like in the middle of the day or at dusk or in the early morning?
Man, I don't know.
I'll give you the narwhal if you swear that the next time you see your uncle, you kick him really hard in the shins.
It's gonna be a little hard, but I can promise you that, I think.
You swear it?
Yeah, it might be a while though. I mean, he's a little bit of in legal trouble, I think.
Oh no, what happened?
My family has a long-running thing of getting a little bit too in over their heads.
I'm glad its parents didn't just bail him out. Here you go, here's a narwhal. Fun fact, that's not a horn, that's a tusk.
Whoa, interesting. And you see him walk away, kind of just looking at you guys, and then runs off. So, Jaska, you were asked to meet with Charlie over by Rovier's Snack Shack. There's a little table outside, a few tables outside, and he appears to be sitting at one. You see him gesture for you to take a seat as he says, I need to talk to you about something, Jaska.
And there's stuff I need to talk to you about too, Martin.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Wilds is Aiden Cross as our Dungeon Master, Carrie Hester as Billy, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Zionsi, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Ovani Sound, and tabletopaudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you're enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the wild.
I'm terribly sorry.
We appreciate your condolences. Just hug your mom later, okay?
I will. And he hops away. Not a happy hop, kind of a sad hop.
How do you tell?
It's a very dejected hug.
It takes a lot of effort. It's like,
I feel like you could just walk away. Like, that would be the sadder version.
It's company policy to hop. I'm so sorry.
His ears droop.
And a machine that carries people to the top and then quickly falls back to the ground.
Oh my gosh. Billy wants a wristband. Is it weird to open them like right in front of this guy?
I don't.
Do you just like open it?
I mean, they're gifts.
It's kind of like when your grandma puts money in a card for you and you have to pretend you don't see the money and read the card.
You find a +2 baby sword.
Aww. Baby sword is not baby.
And
It hit toddler stage.
Oh, beware.
Yeah.
The terrible twos.
Terrible +2s.
Now I have 2 magic swords.
Zionsi, Jaska.
Zionsi goes over to Lucky and says,
We haven't seen you since SoonerCon.
Way to be weird about the fourth wall, Mr. Zionsi.
What happened with the last carnival? Well, we'll talk about more about that. A +2 arcane grimoire, 2 potions of greater healing, and 50 gold pieces.
Are you sure you want to stay dead?
I'm a genius now. Maybe I'll become a wizard. That was a joke. I have no intentions of becoming a wizard. Those guys are nerds.
Nerds.
Inside of yours is a bow sight that will increase your bow of the autumn fairy to a +2.
Get like a scope for your bow.
I'm sorry, I was trying to find a way to keep the bow while also upgrading it, and I was like, bow sight.
It's
100%. That's
It's
awesome.
In there, all the things. It's amazing. Come look.
All right, whoa. Look at all the people.
All the
You
people.
Open it up and there's all the people.
Like the church thing.
What is the play we're doing?
It is called Midsummer's Night Dream.
I'm teaching that right now.
For some reason, the 2 main actors vanished without a trace, didn't even tell me anything.
We have that happen a lot around us.
We get a lot of jobs that way. It would be suspicious.
As one specifically approaches you all, Sorry, my document autocorrected to a fairly woman, not a fairy woman.
Fairly
Fairly woman.
That just caught me off guard.
Fairly. Fairly a woman. Forsooth thou art fairly a woman.
It does sound like something Benedict would say in Much Ado.
It's truth.
And one of them killed like 2 fights. Killed them.
Oh, that sounds quite violent.
It was fabulous.
So you're friends with murderous tumbleweeds.
I love this idea, and I've never been in a play either, so we'll give this a try.
He lies. He definitely put on some kind of show with at least a half dozen of his siblings at one point in time.
12 angry bunnies.
You see another fairy, masculine, appears to be, you can assume is Peanut.
What if he doesn't go, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's not peanut, it's Penu.
Like bouquet.
Mostly just read over your scripts and get to know your fellow actors. Basically, how is this gonna work? We're not actually gonna run through the play because no. You guys are going to talk to your fellow cast members, get to know them, all that sort of stuff.
They say they weren't going to run through it because of the gnome.
No, because you know.
Because no.
Because
no.
the gnome.
Because it's a 2.5-hour show.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2.5-hour show, and I'd rather not focus on the details of the show because I do not know the show like the back of my hand. So
Many people thank you.
Just spark notes it.
You get what you get, and you're getting the gnome.
I don't want the gnome though.
You get one prize, and this is the one you're getting, little Draco Malfoy.
Me and my husband, Peanut Conroot, will be playing Oberon and Titania.
Gotta be an insult to Oberon. He's being played by a man named Peanut.
Peanut, wasn't that the...
Yes, one of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
Oh, yeah. Peanut.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That was spot on.
People, the mimicry and the head movement and the little tuft of hair that went flying forward I am so sad this is not on video. That was outstanding, Michael Cross.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
You were living
Never tried to
Peanut
do
for a
Peanut's
moment.
Never tried to do Peanut's voice before, but that one worked. What the hell?
That was great.
Okay.
Maybe Twitch can be Ahmed the Death.
Ahmed.
No.
Too soon.
Too soon.
We can't.